All right, folks, so we're going to get started. I know some of you here had a bunch of dessert during lunchtime, so this is the sugar crash moment. I'll just do a quick introduction here. So my name is Emmanuel Schanzer. For those of you who don't know, I'm the founder and director of the Bootstrap program. Since we're not talking about Bootstrap today, I won't tell you anything about it today. Feel free to ask me if you have questions.
I'm Rebecca Dovi. I'm with Code Virginia and previously high school computer science teacher, and Bootstrap's awesome, so you gotta look it up. So in any case, today we really wanted to sort of finish up at this point. We've had a lot of conversations, a lot of information about CS principles, and so we really wanted to go in and focus on plans moving forward. What can you do going back to your school, to your district, to help implement CS principles for your students and your community?
And in large part, we have sort of the easiest job of any of the presenters because our session involves the least of us talking. In fact, believe it or not, we're already like 40% done.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen for the next, whatever it is, I think we have about an hour here, or 45 minutes, is those of you who are here in real space, you guys are going to be grouped at your tables as you are. Look around if your tables are pretty thin, if there's only 2 or 3 people, maybe join up with a table so you're a little bit more dense. For those of you in virtual land, hello, there are 3 Hangouts that are set up for you guys. Those Hangouts are linked from the agenda page for this workshop, and you should be able to click around and find to make sure that you're relatively evenly distributed throughout those Hangouts. Did I just lose a slide here? Or is it warming up?
It's thinking about it.
It's thinking about warming up.
Using valuable time at 20%.
I know, right? Okay, I'm told it will come around.
Fortunately, we don't have a lot of slides, so.
Ah, excellent. Okay, and let's go back here. So did we just lose Chrome?
Yes.
All right.
Click on the file bottom right beside YouTube.
Bottom right. Aha.
Downloads folder.
Downloads.
Sessions by growing way. New.
Awesome, thanks. No, that's not the one. Nope.
So while that's loading,
There we go.
brief intermission.
Yeah. All right, so, and I'm really glad that this happened. In fact, Rebecca and I planned for that whole thing to happen. Because, it's always a live show, something's always changing, we gotta be adaptable. So at this point, we're gonna talk about how to adapt this stuff for use in the classroom. So on the second slide here, Rebecca and I have a couple of questions that we pulled up. Sort of 8 broad questions that we think are essential to try to get the answers to before the day is up. Certainly, this is not going to cover all of the questions. For everyone, there's probably one question here that isn't as crucial as the others, but we're hoping that these are the top 8 to start with. So just to give you an example, if you're planning to offer CS principles at your school, is this going to be in the context of a completely new course? If so, how are you going to get administration support to slot this into the master schedule? Or are we hollowing out or changing an existing course and replacing it? Is there special licensure that you need? If you are a math teacher and you've been signed up to teach this thing, do you need licensure in the field of CTE or business? What does it look like in your state? Where do you go for PD? Who can you go to for support? So I'm not going to obviously read the whole slide to you, but the point is that these are questions to start out with. We're going to leave this slide up for the next 45 minutes, and Rebecca and I are going to be walking around, going table to table, listening to some of the discussion. Once again, those of you in virtual land, there's Hangouts to discuss these questions as well. Our hope is that you'll be taking some notes and sort of thinking about how to answer these questions. And in the agenda for this workshop, there's also a link to the Participant Plan Development Google Doc. It's a view-only document. You can pull that up. I'll just pull it up right now so you see what it looks like. It looks like this. The same questions are reflected, are broken down a little bit more fine-grained in this document. Questions that are important to answer right now, questions that are going to be important to answer by December, and so on. Since it's view only, just click Save As and save a local copy, and the hope is that we'll be able to recombine all of these at the end of the session to create some kind of shared knowledge base. So if you're looking for a place to take notes, this is where, and if you're looking for the original questions, these are them. That is all.
One thing as you move forward, you're not stuck at the table you're at. Not that your table's not fabulous, but one thing to think a little bit about is if there's somebody in the room that's in the same state as you, or you're rural and that person's rural, it's perfectly fine to get up and move. I think there are some commonalities sometimes that really impact these kind of implementation issues. So, and we can certainly, if you have a particular question, we can also help circle around the room and see if there's somebody in the room with the knowledge you need. So.
All right, without further ado, let's do it.